Hey Angels, we're going to keep reading Third Grade Angels by Jerry Spinelli. Chapter 17, Surprise. I almost fell over. "Hi, Mrs. Morton," she said, a big smile on her face. "Hi, Suds." I almost fell over again. "You called me Suds." She laughed. "Well, I'm in your territory now, so Suds it is." My mother invited her in. We sat in the living room. My mom offered her tea or coffee or juice, but she said no thank you. The smile didn't go away. But it changed. She took a deep breath. She spoke to my mother. I felt I should stop by because now she spoke to me. I could see how the events of the day were affecting Suds. What was she talking about? "Did your son tell you that the first halo went to Christina Pappas?" she said. "Yes, he did," said my mother, "as soon as he got home from school." Miss Sims reached over and gave me a knee pat, as if I did something great. "Good," she said, "and I was happy to see you join the others in congratulating Christina. I know how badly you wanted that halo, Suds. I know how hard you tried." I didn't know what to say. I still didn't know what she was doing in my house. Now she was looking at me like I was the only person in the world. "Suds, you are an angel. You'll get your halo soon enough." I got the feeling she could see inside me. "You were disappointed you didn't get it this morning, weren't you?" "A little," I said. "But not really surprised?" "Not really." "Why not?" "I thought Darren Tapp would get it." "Ah, Darren Tapp, yes." She looked at my mother. "Another boss angel." "And the Blurts," I said. Her eyes went wide. "The Blurts?" "The first couple days of school," I said, "I kept blurting out stuff without raising my hand. I guess that sunk me." Miss Sims and my mother both broke out laughing. I don't know what was so funny. When Miss Sims stopped laughing, she said, "So, you must have been really surprised when Christina Pappas got it." I nodded. "Because you didn't even think she was very interested, did you? You didn't think she was even trying." She poked my knee. "Did you?" "No," I said. "Well, guess what?" she said. "What?" "You were right. She had no interest in getting that halo. Not at all. She wasn't even trying." "Really?" I said. This was getting more and more confusing. She nodded. "Really." And then a funny thing happened. In all my years of doing angel halos, it's never happened before. She stopped talking and just stared at me. After a while, it occurred to me that I was supposed to ask what happened. So I did. "What happened?" "Remember the day you put the note on my desk, telling me about how you saved the runaway dog in the street?" "Yes." "Well, somebody else left a note on my desk." "I know," I said. "Darren Tapp." She stared at me, at my mother. She blinked. She shook her head. "No, not Darren Tapp. The note was from Christina Pappas." I just stared at her. She leaned in toward me. "Would you like to know what Christina's note said?" "Okay." "Her note told me the same thing yours did." I was more confused than ever. "Huh?" I said. "She told me she was up the street that day, and she saw the whole thing. She saw how you ran into the street and stopped the little dog from being hit by the car. She said it was such a wonderful thing you did that she thought I ought to know. She wanted me to know that you were an angel even after school." "Oh, oh, oh," I heard my mother say. I looked at her. Her eyes were glittery. "And that's why I gave the first halo to Christina Pappas," said Miss Sims. "Because, yes, she was trying to get the halo. Not for herself, but," she smiled, "for somebody else." My mom gave a little whistle. She was fanning her face with her hand. Miss Sims stood up. "Well, gotta go. Speaking of dogs, it's way past Mr. Moto's dinner time. At the door, Miss Sims turned and gave my mother a hug. Then she hugged me. The door was shut when I suddenly thought of something. I pulled open the door. She was almost to the sidewalk. I called, "Miss Sims, my mom says you have spies. Joey Peterson says no. Who's right?" Behind me, my mother was laughing so hard I thought she might get sick. So was Miss Sims. She was wobbling. She hardly made it to her car. I never got an answer. And that's the end of Third Grade Angels.